Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Florence Odiambo and I'm a special needs consultant. So I have my colleagues, they'll introduce themselves.
Hi everyone, I am Felix again.
Hi, I'm Relax Nditi. I'm here also to have talk with you.
So today we want to talk about few ways or few tricks that we have encountered in life on how couples should deal with misunderstandings. And so first off, I'll start by asking you, have you ever had misunderstanding with your partner and how did you deal with it?
Of course, misunderstanding is something that is normal, and people normally disagree to agree. So it's just a matter of how you handle the situation, both of you. It requires understanding from both parties, and actually, this brings about amicable
Now,
solution.
the first misunderstanding that I have learned over the years is communication. It is very key in every relationship. And so I would urge, if you have a misunderstanding with your partner, do not take sensitive information. Rather, you can wait for them and talk to them in person. Or what do you think?
Thank you, colleague. Misunderstanding is normal in the relationship journey or life. People always disagree to agree. At times, it brings a level of maturity in a relationship. If you love somebody, you might sometimes undergo some disagreement, but how you solve your issues, how you communicate, just as you said, communication is key. Some first and foremost, what could bring misunderstanding? Florence, what could lead to some of the normal misunderstandings in the relationship?
Let's say, for example, let's assume we are a couple, and now I want to do something, or I want some sort of resources from you, some assistance, and I might feel like you are able to, and you do not want to help me, and that might lead to some misunderstanding, and without good communication, it might escalate into something bigger than it wasn't, right?
Okay.
Yeah, and I also feel like couples should express their feelings in a calm, loving manner.
So, in other words, from your explanation, what lead to misunderstanding is expectation
Yes,
at some point.
yes,
In a relationship setup, maybe one party might be expecting more, but because maybe the other one cannot give or provide, therefore there is a disagreement, there is a misunderstanding. That is a normal one, but a certain scenario we have a real misunderstanding. Let me put that in quotes: real misunderstanding, whereby maybe one partner has gone ahead and failed the relationship, or rather, we can talk of maybe one partner has decided to betray the relationship by maybe engaging in another different affair. That one can lead to serious misunderstanding.
Yeah.
At some point, it might not be easy for both parties to come to terms. But for expectation, parties should be able to come to terms. A mature partner should be able to understand that this my husband or this my fiancé is capable of doing this and is also not capable of doing this. Yes.
So let's say, for example, you have a misunderstanding with your partner. Would you prefer for them to wait for you to talk in person, or they should call you, or they should text you? Which one do you prefer?
Many a times I would prefer when we talk face to face, because we want to get amicable solution.
Yeah.
Using phone, using text, sometimes it still will still keep on not coming to terms. But when we face each other, we will sit down, we will talk together, because our relationship belongs to two people. This is my partner. We are building something. We are having something with her. Therefore, we should be able to have ourselves sober mood so that we work out if there's a problem. Particularly me, I'm married, of course, If in case I have a problem in my house with my wife, I will not expect her to call me to tell me that, you see, I did this, therefore find it in your heart to pardon me. It's right. That is apology. But according to me, we should just sit down. Then she tells me, yesterday or the other day this happened, but I never intended it. to be severe, because from the look of things, it's becoming more and more. So therefore, when we talk together, it becomes a bit easy. Another thing, we have also to look at temperamental of each and every partner. Yeah, some are so much aggressive, some are docile. But you see, when one partner, you know your partner, how your partner behavior, or how he behaves whenever he's annoyed and so on, you should be able to learn that before. So if any case there is a disagreement, you are able to do what? To face it the way it should. Yeah.
What if I'm one person that when we have a misunderstanding, it's very hard for me to calm down or to talk in a calm, loving manner the way I'm supposed to? What am I supposed to do then?
We will not come to agreement, because in a scenario whereby we are not in good terms, both parties should listen to other.
Yeah.
If you are not able to calm down, therefore we will introduce someone called third party in our relationship, which according to me sometimes is not the best solution. A relationship is a lifetime project. Like for me, wife and husband, that is a lifetime project.
Yeah.
So you see, if we keep on introducing third party in it, we are actually not making it the way it should be. So we should just have it in mind that let us just sit down, let us just talk to this. If at all we cannot agree, therefore we can introduce a third party. But let us try first to agree. Let us try first to agree, so that by the time we bring a third party, we have already exhausted all the means we could have used. Yes.
I tend to agree to that. And then I think partners should actively listen to each other, whereby you are supposed to not just, when you're talking, you're verbally diarrheaing.
Yes.
You can spit things that you might not take back. So it's better if you listen to your partner and get to understand their perspective, so that you're able to solve this thing amicably, right?
Yes.
Another thing is, when you are solving misunderstanding, I believe you should assume that your partner had good intentions, depending on the misunderstanding that you have. So you should not have like a negative mindset. There are people who are so negative,
Yes.
whereby every time they're just suspecting you might be having malice and all that. So what would you tell such kind of partners?
You are asking that your partner is just negative.
Yes,
Every time you have a problem, she is just thinking negatively.
yes,
That relationship might not be able to prosper. Because in relationship, all of us are not perfect. We
yeah.
know our weakness, we know our strength. Therefore, we should be able to carry partner with the weakness and the strength the way they are. But if you think negatively on your partner, you are not constructing, or you are not building something that will last forever. Another thing still on the disagreement or misunderstanding, you should be able to understand your partner in that there's a scenario whereby a partner is annoyed, she might be crying and so on.
Yeah.
As a good husband or a good fiance, boyfriend and so on, you can give her time. Like me, I get annoyed, then I'll have some time, I cool down, then we said, let us not discuss when one partner is crying. Let us not discuss when one partner is weeping and so on. Let us not discuss when one partner is yelling. No. Let us just talk this like mature people. Let us just forget about ego. There's one thing also called ego in relationship. Ego is also killing a relationship. So it's better we just talk it when we are sober, all of us. We say, it's okay, it has happened. However painful it is, let us work it out for the benefit or for the better tomorrow of our relationship. Yes.
Now, there are men in particular, or even women, that, let's say, there is an infidelity in the relationship or in
Yes.
marriage, and instead of sitting down with this partner, they feel like you've hurt them so much to let you sit down, or to sit you down and talk to you about it. Instead, they will resort to violence. And I don't know what I can say about that, because
Violence, no. Violence is not a form of finding solution. Violent, you will not yield anything. So violent, I don't want to talk about it. I don't support it. I don't even think about it. If any case infidelity comes in a relationship, that is a big task.
yeah.
infidelity normally ruin a relationship, because the backbone of a relationship is trust.
Yeah.
Without trust, there is nothing that can work out. And once trust is broken, we normally say trust is like virginity. Once the virginity is broken, nothing, you cannot mend it, you cannot make it happen again. So therefore, with infidelity, that is another approach. That one breaks trust. But once there is no trust, we don't have foundation for the relationship.
And you know that I normally tell anybody that I date that if we ever have a misunderstanding, you can either sit me down, talk about it, and if you feel like the misunderstanding is too huge that we cannot sit over it, I think we should just part ways, because this thing of people killing each other is real out here.
No,
It's very real.
it's real.
Yeah. And we would not want you to solve issues like that, whereby you feel like if your partner cannot be with you, you have to just kill them and, you know, do crazy things. Because let's assume you have kids
Yeah,
and you've killed your partner.
yeah,
The next thing is you will go to prison.
yes. And
What
the
will happen
kids,
to the kids?
kids are orphan.
Yeah. Kids will remain orphans, and your family is just dismantled like that, you know? And what else can you tell us about misunderstanding that you've ever encountered, our colleague?
I don't really have much to talk about, but neither do I have rubbish the ideology of my fellow colleague.
Yeah,
He did say that when it comes to misunderstanding, there need not to be war. Things need to be solved amicably. But you need to understand that war is also a method of conflict resolution. Once beaten, twice.
yeah,
Precisely to this other agenda. They will always tend to be very high, precipitated by some hot air evil, which needs to be thwarted by war. One thorough beating to then relax every other day. Indeed, I would, at one point,
yeah.
I would embrace the war.
So you'd fight your partner basically if they, let's assume
Not
it's
on a daily
infidelity.
basis, if anything becomes worse, if everything becomes worse,
So after fighting, you people will make it again, then you stay together after fighting.
of course,
Why can't you just make it before even fighting? Why can't you just talk and maybe make it work without beating each
so
other?
the fight will be the last option, after which I have exhausted all the peaceful avenue
Yes.
which can be used in solving the problem at hand.
So look at a scenario whereby the woman is the one beating you.
So it is very, very rare circumstances.
But
You
it
will already
happens.
beat a man.
It happens.
Yes.
You know, the first time you will beat, the second time, this lady will also feel like, no, I can't be beaten this way, and I also have the energy. Maybe Achukwe, you take some material to beat you with without even fighting you, literally. Just one beating,
Yeah.
and
hit
you will
you
have,
while you're sleeping.
yeah.
And you're gone like that.
But that is not unethical. A lady needs to be quite submissive.
So being submissive, that is the point. She
What is
is
submissive to you?
Yeah.
What is submissive to you?
Submissive.
Yes.
You need not to fight back your husband.
Whether she's being beaten, whether she's dying.
Really, don't you know?
What is the law talking about? There is self-defense, isn't it? So this right also applies to these ladies, isn't it?
Yes.
So therefore, when you bring the idea of submissive, a lady is submissive respectfully, not in violent scenario. Yeah. So therefore, I wish that in violent cases, I think that is some that had gone with the days, with the weeks, and so on. It's a past.
Yes.
So let us just try, because some of even these ladies nowadays, they work hard, they even provide. No, in the past, a lady should not provide for the family.
Yeah.
Whereby the man is the one struggling and the lady one was not providing. But nowadays, even ladies provide.
Yeah.
They buy food, they put foods on the table, and so on. We have to appreciate them. We have to agree because they are also working hard just like men. They normally say that what a man can do, a lady can do what?
Better. So let me say, for example, Mr. Willie, your wife, that you had misunderstanding with your wife, and now let's assume this woman has been providing in some way. Let's say you've been providing, of course, but she's a helper, right? she's a career woman and she's helping you provide. What is this misunderstanding that you cannot talk amicably? Instead, you want to resort to fights and violence. Don't you think that is becoming toxic in your relationship?
See, there's this thing called toxic feminism. It is precisely exercised by ladies, especially when they are providing. Once a lady begins providing everything in the house or everything at home,
Yeah.
they tend to be very tough. So once in a while, you need to beat the lady to tell her that regardless of the provisions, you can still stand your position as a man.
Is fighting a lady being a man?
But the fact that you can work on her,
Answer me, yes or no. Is fighting a lady being a man?
of course.
I don't
I'm,
think
I'm,
so.
I'm asking my colleague, like, the lady is providing food in the table, isn't it?
Yes.
So he is arguing that maybe due to this provision, the lady is proving tough and so on. Is that your point, isn't it? So you beat the lady so that you prove your position as a man. So is beating the lady, what is the position as a man? First of all, let us look at it. If you're a man, why is the lady providing?
Yes.
That is the position of a man. A man should be responsible. But now that the lady is the one responsible, which man are you? That you are talking about, you want to prove your position as a man.
You are both men in that
Let
house.
us let us not
At that
deviate.
point.
Let us not deviate from our discussion. Yes, but violence is not a solving problem or solution, according to me.
It's
Yeah,
not.
it's not.
For me, I think
It's
so
not.
too.
It's not at all. At all. At least you be one. If at all, because people have lost lives, families have parted ways. We are burying young couples, we are burying young girls, young boys, and so on because of this violence. A situation whereby some that could have just walked out. You say that if, my friend, if it can't work, they just part ways. I'm happy that me have never beaten my wife, but I don't think I can do that.
I tend to agree with you, Mr. Relax,
Yes.
because violence is something that should not, it should not even be a topic of discussion.
Yes.
Okay? So kindly.
But we respect your views.
Yeah.
We have to. It's
We
good.
respect your views.
These are for these are free discussion. Anyway, carry on, carry on.
And now, the last one is, I normally see men complaining that whenever they have a misunderstanding with the lady will bring up the topics that maybe the wrongs that he had done previously. Now, it's not just tackling one issue. We will tackle the issue you've done, the ones you did 20 years ago, the ones you've been doing. So, what's your opinion on that?
That's very true. That shows lack of maturity to some ladies. It's purely lack of maturity because when we have a problem, we solve the problem, that is bygone. But a situation where we have a lady, after solving one problem, next time another problem chips in, she brings the other problem and now makes two of them. Now the problems appear to be so big. That is very wrong. If you've already worked out on a problem, you've got a solution, forgive and forget. Don't even think about it. If you're now bringing it back, you are now becoming petty. That is the best word. You become petty. You don't wake forgone tears. You want to start crying again in the name of something that happened 2 years ago. You want to start telling that last time, I forgave you. You did this, I forgave you. Why must you mention it?
Because maybe it's a repetition of what had happened.
But you see, to err is for a human being. You cannot say that I cannot have a problem or I cannot make a mistake because I made a mistake sometimes. It's called mistake repeated, but this one is not a mistake that you repeat knowingly. I'm not happy about that. In fact, a lady who is behaving like that one is still a child. That one is an attention seeker. And sometimes you see, it happens whereby maybe you are not only two of you, maybe three. This lady want to tell the other party that you see, this guy have just been forgiving him every now and then, every now and then, every now and then. So what are we solving? I had an experience over that. I'm saying because I have got an experience sometimes back. But you see, I told the lady, no, we are solving nothing. If this is what we'll be having every now and then whenever we sit down is that last time I did this for you, last time I did this for you, let us avoid it. Let us stop and let us not solve this. I'm not going to change anymore.
So, obvious, what do you think? Do you think we should only sort whatever the issue we have, or when it's a repetition of a behavior, should we also refer to the past so that we remind them that, you did this and I forgive you, but you're still doing it? What do you think? What's your thought on that? So thank you for joining us. It's been pleasant being with you here. We really appreciate your time for watching us. Bye bye.